Yo, 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 welcome to the Apologetic Knock episode 5. Your boys are back in the building from the West Coast, rocking the New York Giants hat. Yo, P, what up, baby?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy Turkey Day to everybody.
Gobble, gobble, bitches. And my man, my boy, got the braids all fresh. Still rocking Mr. Met in the background. Yo, Ramses, what up, baby?
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Mucho love from Queen, New York.
Yes, folks, the holiday season is in gear. And in this episode, we're going to talk about, well, that cream, baby. Cash rules everything around me. Dollar bill, y'all. And it's important to talk about it now because it is the holiday season. So finances are the number one thing pretty much on everybody's mind. So
Y apretadito que está.
tight. That belt strap is,
Super
oh,
tight.
man. That last button is about to fly off. That belt's feeling tight. And we're gonna talk about the reasons why everybody's feeling it. So we're gonna kick it off with my brother P in the West Coast. Yo, P, start us off, baby.
Yo, so basically, man, I wanted to touch on that because obviously, man, the holiday season is upon us. It is here. Everyone you speak to, man, it seems like everyone's talking about the same thing, man. Talking about how we're stretched thin in the pockets. Cost of living is ridiculous right now. People are out here living a little bit. That not even a little bit, man. They definitely trying to stretch that dollar. I actually looked up some stats, bro. CNBC says right now that 60% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck, bro. That's crazy. Especially me over here, man. We just made it to the number one spot in San Diego, the most expensive city in the nation right now. So here it is, bro. Thanksgiving is here. Christmas around the corner. The expectations of gifts. We're all boyfriends. We're all husbands. We're uncles. We're fathers. So we're about to spend that bread that a lot of us don't even got, right? We're gonna start swiping left and right. What is the expectation at this point? How do we function? How do we navigate this in this holiday season?
Well, that's when you got to start early, man. Those weeks before where you see a sale of something, just jump on it and then just sit on it. But my issue is I can't keep a secret, bro. When I buy something, I'm dying.
You gotta say
To
it.
tell them or be like, yo, you want it already? I'm not gonna give you nothing on Christmas though. I'll give it to you right now. Like,
Yeah.
nah, wait. Yo, orders. Like I just keep coming in, different things, bro. Like since I would say since September, I've been on it. Like I see
Oh,
something, boom, cop it.
so you were
And then
early bird.
yeah,
Yeah,
super
September
early
you
and
start.
and always looking for a sale. If there is no sale, I'm not buying full price, bro.
Well, Pedro, now you know that you and I aren't getting shit because he hasn't revealed any secrets to us about what we want
Nah,
for the holidays. We
Listen,
friendship,
got
this is
we're
the
gonna get
friendship.
the
gift
I'm
same
season.
giving out
I'm
thing
friendship.
here.
we got last year.
I'm here. I'm
I'm
present for
giving
you
out. I'm
guys.
giving out friendship and loyalty.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hand out. I'm gonna hand out donations to the Human Fund for both of
The
you.
The
human fuck,
human
bro.
fund. That's
There
right.
you go.
But listen, guys, this is just as far as like holidays and gift giving. With the world how it is now and inflation and all that, what are we doing across the board, bro? Like Netflix and chill, was it like a pandemic thing because no one could do anything, no one, everyone was all locked in together? But it seemed like I'm stretching that Netflix and chill out till this day because
Like,
I
hey,
mean
let's stay home. Let's
it's
stay home.
bro, it's crazy. It's crazy just to go out with your lady, man, for a night out. And on top of that, you're paying for, well, now you're overpaying, but then the service and the food is subpar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind paying top dollar for something that is like super good. You know what I mean? Like a dope plate that I'm walking away like, oh man, that was
That's not
delicious.
happening like that
Or the
anymore.
service was 5 star. It was like, yo, they were attentive, and the chef came out and said hello to us, stuff like that. Now we're getting subpar service, subpar food at a higher cost,
Well, the
right?
thing is, it's that everybody's feeling that squeeze. So,
Mm,
I mean, you look at the restaurant business, and they have to make cutbacks now. So you're
correct.
not getting the same quality service, and definitely the servers. I mean, they many servers across the country have to fight just to get simple things like healthcare. So you're
Mm,
you're working basically living off tips, So by the end of the day, by the time you stroll in with your lady around 9:30 p.m. for a nice date, a late night dinner, that same server's like, you know what? Fuck this dude with his little giant hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking tired. This
Fuck
dude's
his
Mm,
little
asking
Diddy.
me asking
Fuck
me
his little
for
Diddy.
chimichurri sauce for his steak. Like, fuck this dude.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
right,
bring that shit cold. Fuck him.
Fuck your
And
date night.
yeah, well, fuck your date. I'm just trying to get home, take these tight ass shoes off. You know what I'm saying?
I hope she gets her
right,
period.
right.
I hope she gets her period.
Oh, he's wishing, hey, he's wishing my downfall, man. He was, man. I hope she has a stomach ache, man. Has to go home.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
what it comes to, man. Like you said earlier,
yeah,
everybody's feeling that squeeze, so you're not even getting the same quality. And even the whole Netflix and chill, Netflix stay raising their prices all the time, and now
mm.
And
they,
you
they
gotta
don't
got
even
you
let
gotta have
me
groceries in the crib for snacks.
word, and they don't even let me be like, "Yo, Ramses, can you hook it up with that password? Can I
Oh,
use
now
your
you can't even
Netflix?"
share it no more. It's a
Yeah,
wrap. That's right.
man. Even in that, something simple way to kick back, bring the movies to your home,
Hmm.
your ass out. You know, everybody's feeling the squeeze, man.
Yeah, no, times is rough to be a social butterfly and to, trick off, like we used to say, right? With if you're not single, obviously with with your significant other, or and if you are single, my God, I mean, listen, guys, taking a
Nigga, you
girl
better be
out,
making 6 figures,
I
brother.
mean, and no, and then nowadays the expectations they got, bro, it's like, bro, 6 figures and up. What are you doing? What's your 5 year plan? What's your 10 year plan? Do you have stock options? Do you have this? Excuse me,
Where are you
I'm just saying
taking me?
hello. For real. I'm just saying hello.
I thought we
I'm
was
just,
friends.
I
I feel
thought we
like
were.
every post I see from every woman now is like, I'm not about dinner and this, that, the third. It's like, where we going? I want to pack my bags. Like, damn.
Well,
you know?
did you guys see that one video that went viral with the girl? The guy took this girl out on the date and took her to cheesecake, and she wouldn't get out of the car. Did you see that?
I didn't
She's
see
like,
that.
yo, you
I heard
bringing me
about it.
here?
I heard Shannon Sharp and Ocho talking about it. And
Yeah.
Ocho's like, what's wrong with Cheesecake Factory?
Well, right, bro. That's a. It ain't
Hey, and you get
Fridays.
you get everything on that menu.
You
Word,
get
man. That,
everything you
that
want,
menu's like the size of an NFL playbook, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you
bro.
want? You want a
And that,
burger? You want lasagna? You want tacos?
yeah. So the
We got it all
expectations
here.
nowadays, yeah, no, the expectations nowadays is nuts, and they're so bold now, right? These women are super bold that they'll tell you before they talk about you behind your back. They'll tell the girlfriend, "Ah, girl, he took me over here." Blah blah. Blah. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him back. Blah blah. Blah. Now these chicks are pulling up the Instagram live. They putting you on Front Street. They're saying, "Look at where he took me," and blah blah blah.
So
So nowadays,
those dollaritas over at Chili's ain't popping. I can't,
no, no, bro, none of that, man. So it's definitely out here. It's definitely hard for us out here, man. For us men trying to get ahead and trying to be head of the household and make sure everybody's happy, right? And to spoil our families too, man. It's getting to a point where it's almost impossible to do so, and you got to sit everybody down and kind of be like, yo, this Christmas, check it out. It's what you need. It ain't what you want. I'm gonna get you what you need, not what you want, man.
When
So
you about to get some gift cards, some
yeah,
money, you figure it out. Whatever you got, whatever you
Man,
accumulated, go buy what you want.
things are so crazy right now. Things are so crazy right now. I'm about to hand out advice for Christmas. That's what I'm gonna give
uh,
her. I'm gonna give
well,
her
the good thing
some
is,
advice.
well, you at least, I mean, your daughter's still, little. She'll be happy with, just opening something up,
I mean, she's happy
Bro,
with
you
the
give her a
box, yo.
box.
She's happy with
Give
the
her a
for
box,
box.
real.
man. You get the gift. She empties it out. She goes. She looks at me. And goes, box, box,
Mm,
and she just climbs right in that bitch. And I'm like,
Give her nigga
damn,
and
I
give her
could have
some
gone to
crayons
UPS. Get this kid some empty boxes.
and some crayons.
that,
Shoot, yo, time of her life, bro. If you find a refrigerator box
right. Time of her
and
life.
a box of crayons,
That's it. Well,
life is good.
them crayons we gotta avoid because mommy recently bought some very expensive couches. So
Oh,
we don't
Oof,
want no crayons on the couches. No,
oof,
no, no.
oof.
But
So check it out.
what? One thing I want to like throw at you guys in terms of money, and Pete kind of touched on it. The expectations about dating, taking your lady out, and all that. Men, you know, we suck with money, man. I mean, for the most part, some men got it going on. You know, You got the moguls out there. You got the dudes that are just smart, and you got the cheap motherfuckers out there. But in essence, in general, why do we have such a difficult time? Ramses touched on it a bit. Like, I'm the type of guy that I start buying shit and I start telling people, Ram, why do you think there's such a difficulty between men compared to women saving money and having bread in the bank?
Because we have to keep up an appearance. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, is like, we have to spend, we have to give, we have to supply. So the money, if you're not making enough, it's not really there to be saved. You got to pay the bills, but you also have to, provide for your children. You also have to, keep a roof over your head. So there's a constant expenditure that you're gonna do, and guys, I mean, let's put it frank. We want to be out there. We want to show that que estamos bien, that we chilling, that
Yeah.
we could go wherever and go out and spend bread and be okay with it. You know what I mean? Opposed to where a woman is fine taking 3 years off from being social, or just whatever, and then stacking bread and then making better decisions on purchases. You know what I mean? It's just something that's more of a frugal nature, opposed to a man that's just like, nah, I need the best and better shit. I need it right now. I have
Right.
to, this facade of the provider and all this stuff, and they have to live up to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a little difficult, but a lot of guys go through it. There are dudes out there that they're able to save, or make that right investment. Kudos to them. You guys get props, but they're definitely not in DR. And they're not from a Dominican background, or from the Caribbean, because
Right.
I feel like a lot of us are spenders, Latinos in general. We are spenders and buyers more than we are savers. And I mean, I see it all the time, even with myself. Like I said, I see something I wanted. That's it, bro. And especially when you was coming up and you didn't have it, and you're able to get it. You gonna get it. I
I
see a
think
pair of
that
kicks.
that's the most important point you put out right there. We grew up, our parents did all they could for us, but we grew up on a budget. Let's face it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you wanted them J's. Yeah, you could get the J, but you're probably gonna rock that pair the entire school year. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
we had to be smart. You had to get the Uptowns, the Tims, and then you get another pair of sneakers in the springtime. I was fortunate. Shout out to my brother Johnny. My brother Johnny was always buying kicks. He worked at a sneaker store. We were about the same size. He'll always look at me. I always appreciated that about him. Like, yo, you want these kicks? I got you. Like, that's how it was. But for the most part, now that we're older, we're making our own money. It's like when you want it, you get it. That's it. And something in our community, and it's frowned upon, and it's okay because I'm brown, but I'm gonna use the N word. We're nigger rich a lot. We be on that nigger rich shit a lot, man. Like we see it, we get it. We don't think twice. Like it's not like,
Hood shit, hood
I
rich. Word up.
I really want those kicks right there, but you know what? Maybe that Cardinal. Maybe I should take care of that first. And you get the kicks, and before you know it, you either got a boot on your shit or your car's missing from the last place you parked it. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
something that women they're 3 steps ahead, man. Always. Women are always thinking about 3 months down the line, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, like P said. And sometimes, it's finances, and sometimes it's you, nigga. Sometimes it's like, can I envision myself with him another 3 months, another year?
Mm.
Yeah, probably not. So let me get the
Yeah.
best I can out of him till I move on to the next situation. P, why do you think fellas, again, Rams brought up great points, how we grew up, how we like to keep an appearance. What are
Mm.
your points of view on why fellas struggle and ladies are able to save?
Yeah. Well, number one, financial literacy, bro. I mean, in our community, we're emotional spenders. We grow up not having it. So as soon as we got a little bit of something, instead of, let's say, paying a bill, we'll go ahead and let that bill stack up another month, but go get,
I want to get that
this
gold chain
this
first.
pair of
Hold on.
jeans, gold chain, or go somewhere, right? Which is not the right decision to make, right? So then you grow up like that. You grow up with that, and that's a habit, and that becomes a horrible habit, right? So then, uh, and we're hunters, bro. We're men. We're out there to get a girl. You got to spend the money. to go, we're there to impress. We want to look good as well. Nobody taught us in our community early on, because obviously our parents are immigrants. So when they come here, we're already at zero, right? We're already at zero. And for them, any small win is it's gonna be the Friday night 6-pack, right? At the end of the work week that you saw your, you know what I'm saying, your pops with all that bottle, because it's like, yo, I slaved all week. I deserve this. It ain't about putting that money away. Let me invest it. And that's what we see. And we become emotional spenders. Women, on the other hand, they to your point, they think 2-3 months ahead. It's more like a maternal thing. Like they're constantly, it's just innate in them,
Exactly.
where they just kind of like look at the future. You always, they always think about, next month, the month after that. They don't want to be down. They don't want to be in the red, where we're just a go, go, go. Where, man, we're just like, yo,
We'll
nah,
get
I'm
it
gonna
back.
let I'm gonna let that. Yeah, no, I'll pay the late fee on that. But I'm gonna look ill with these J's, or I'm gonna look ill with this chain, and blah blah blah.
Or
Whereas,
you'll know that you'll get it back. You
and
know,
you
like,
get it
yo, I'm
back,
gonna get it
right?
back next week. Next week, I get
And
paid next week anyway.
think about it, guys.
Do a little side job real quick to make that up.
Well, think about it in Flushing, bro. Did we learn anything about economics? Really? Did we learn anything about
Nothing,
investing? Did we
bro.
learn anything about putting our money away, or how money works, man? How money really works? The understanding of it.
Only once, I think, in IS 73 in that would be intermediate school for
Mm-hmm.
junior high school. Um, Only once a substitute teacher that she was covering the class for maybe like a week or something tried to explain how to write a check.
Mm.
That's the only time in school anybody ever was like
Taught
about
you
your
anything like that?
finances or something in regards to anything. How to write a check. She drew it on the board and everything, and then like broke it down how you have to do it. And
I
that's the
remember
only
that
time I could
class.
say in school ever.
I think that's why my first check bounced.
You wrote it wrong.
I wrote it all
Thank
wrong.
you,
I
William
should have paid
Cooper. Now
attention.
Frank
William
Sanseverdi.
Cooper. But that's why I gotta give props to these kids nowadays, because they got all this information online. They don't need a teacher no more. You see a lot of these really, really young entrepreneurs killing it, 19, 20, 21 years old, killing it, because they have the information at their fingertips with the YouTubes and everything that's afforded to them right now. Had we had that when we were coming up, teenagers in high school, ain't no telling where we'd be. I just just recently, bought my first home, and at 40, right? And now I'm learning, like really learning about money, and
Right.
all these different taxes and county tax, this whole bunch of crap that you never think about,
It's a whole new world.
coming up. It's a whole new world. And bro, listen, we're in our 40s. You couldn't talk. As a matter of fact, on my job, we just negotiated a new union contract, right? And I was heavily involved in it. And at 21, I didn't care about healthcare. I didn't care about retirement, right? You just want that bread. I just want. And now at 42, I'm really, really looking at the fine line details. And I'm thinking about, yo, bro, 10, 15, 20 years, I'm going to retire. I got to put money away. I need this fund, this medical for my family. And for me, I need that. What does that count as? How much am I paying out of pocket for this and that, and the third? So it's a completely different mindset. But as men, we are spenders, bro. We are out here competing against, we're also competing with each other. We're also competing with each other, because listen, when you go out with your lady and stuff like that, you see the other dude. We lions in the desert. You feel me? It's like we see another lion, we're like, yo, I gotta look better than this dude, right? You want that feeling of like, I got my girl here. She knows, she feels good being with me because she knows she got top tier, right? So there's always that slice of competition between us as well, that drives us to make bad financial decisions.
Well, if I could kind of chime in here, in terms of men compared to the ladies and spending and all that, I'm just gonna bring up this one quick point. I remember way before I was, the dad and the husband and all that. I was out on a date with a girl, and it was about fourth or fifth date or whatnot. And I always had a rule, like in the Bronx Tale. If anybody's seen that movie, one of our favorites, he had the rule, like if you lock the door and the girl don't unlock the door for you, she's no good. Get rid of her. She's not one of the great
Mm,
ones. I had a rule that if I went on a third date with you and you didn't at least offer to like pay or go half, it was like fuck this broad, because she wasn't interested in us and my best interest. Like, yo, he works
Right.
hard. He's saving his money. He's been taking me out. Oh, I want to show him like what I'm about. She don't care. She had a good time. That's all about it. That's it. So I was with this girl. It was like our fourth or fifth date, and we were hanging out, and the topic came up about men spending and women spending and all that. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know why men are so bad with money." And I flat out said it. It's probably why I didn't get a fifth date. But I told her, the issue is we out here. You look nice. You're wearing a nice dress. I look nice. I got my little cardigan. I got my hair cut or whatever. But I can walk in a bar, in a club, whatever, sit down. Nobody's gonna look my way, and I gotta spend money in order to have a drink, get something to eat or whatever. You could sit down, and about 4 or 5 niggas will try to buy you a drink, take you out, invite you to their table. You don't gotta spend a dime. Maybe an Uber. That's it. That's it. And in other cases, you'll probably get a guy to pick you up, drop you off. You catch a ride with one of your ladies, one of your friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the spending comes, and you still see that today. No matter how independent ladies are, no matter how much ladies are making their bread, let's keep it real, ladies. This may be unpopular. You don't have to spend money like that when you go out.
No.
The guy always has to keep up the appearance. The guy, if he's a guy with any class, he's always gonna treat you. He's always gonna be like, "I got you." But it takes a certain kind of woman to be like, "Nah, you know what, babe, I got you this time." And
Ladies in free. Why you think that exists?
yeah, yeah,
L-
that's
ladies, ladies in free. Why?
That's
ladies
a
night.
Because
cover.
Because
us,
it's always
Forty
ladies night.
dollars to get in.
because the dummies, us are gonna go in there and pay $50 at the door and buy bottles, and you know what I'm saying, for $1,000. You know what I'm saying, because we want to show out. Also in this society nowadays, bro, that's our value. Our value as men is that how much money you make, bro. Six figures was once upon a time. Six figures was a lot of money. I just want to make six figures, yo. Or women, I need a 6-figure man. Blah 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 blah. Six figures ain't nothing right now. It ain't what it used to be. Now what? Look at all these entertainers, all these rappers now. Nobody talked about being a billionaire back in the 90s. Nobody rapped about being like a
Billions.
billionaire, right?
Word.
Now everyone, that Billy spot. Everyone wants, it's like a race. They even faking it, right? To portray, to make you believe that they close to it. So it's the game. The game is messed up, man, but it's because we did that. We did that and continue to. And we need to kind of come to that stop. And I think getting older helps, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what, for real, getting older, one thing I realize is once upon a time I would put myself in a very bad spot to make sure that you think I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, that person that I want to feel that way means nothing to me at the end of the day, right? It's just a front. It's just whoever is in the moment. Whereas now at 42, I'm looking at it, bro. I'm not gonna put myself in a bad spot so you feel good.
Nah, yeah.
So me being honest about, yo, nah, man. As a matter of fact, Christmas is coming. You're gonna get a nice little gift card, $30 or whatever the hell it is, or Amazon card for the kids or whatever. And that's what it is. You talk about me all you want, like Bertie Mac. Talk about me all you want. I can't fuck. God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Now, the people that really matter, the people that really matter understand that, and they don't want you. They don't want you to spend to the point where you're down
Right.
bad.
They want you to go crazy.
They don't want you to go nuts, and those are the people that actually matter. Sadly, we pay attention to the ones that don't.
For sure. And I mean, shout out to all our listeners. We got listeners, in Arizona, Florida, obviously in New York, obviously in California. Just listen to those states. They're expensive as hell. So you're
Mm,
all feeling it. And when you think about it, normally in the past, you'll talk to somebody and it's like, oh, but he's down in this state. It don't matter now. You're in the US, period. It's expensive, man. Like
mm,
everybody is feeling it. It don't matter because even if you're somewhere in a different state where the rent's not as high as New York, like me and Rams is probably paying like $5,000 for 400 square feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter where you are. Like, everybody's feeling it because, yeah, you got the bigger space and you're paying less rent, but guess what? You're making less money, less income.
Mm.
So that's how they get you.
Right.
Pedro,
That's
you got Cali, man. This dude got fees up the yin yang, man. You got expensive, like you said, San Diego's the most expensive city in the world. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with you, how the value of everything went up. I'm pretty sure.
I
But
like to think so. Yeah.
my brother Rams was about to make a point. I interrupted you. My bad, brother. Go ahead.
nada, ya se me olvidó.
Yeah, yes, I
Se te
did.
fue.
It's
Se
Se
the
te
fue de
fue.
weed, man.
una.
How does
Se
that work
fue
in
de
your?
una, bro.
How does how does the
That's what
weed
happens
work?
when you see smoke flying this way. That's the thought that goes with it.
Well, let me ask you a serious question, Ramses. We're joking about the weed. Like, do you really like, not to get personal, but do you spend a lot on it? Is that something you budget for?
Yeah, definitely budget. I
Mm.
know, what my intake is, and I know where to get it, and it all works out. That's something that I think of because I use it for how everybody's like, oh, you're just using it for, cause you want to, or just cause it's not, it helps me through my days. It helps me, relax. It helps me, chill. If everybody has their glass of wine, I have my little J, and and you
Mm.
see me as a calmer person. I get to think things out opposed to just on the fly where it's just like, I could react a little differently. So yeah, budget helps, and knowing who you're getting it from helps too, or where it's coming from. There's a lot of artists right now and entertainers that have quit. So I don't know if it's because it's hurting their pockets, or they're just not satisfied with the product
The
anymore.
quality.
I
Mm.
recently
Yeah,
heard Snoop Dogg said he's done, right?
Snoop Dogg, Mark Wahlberg, Meek Mill is also following suit, and I got issues with Meek Mill, bro.
But isn't it ironic? Don't some of these guys, Ramses, own their own like companies that sell weed?
Right. So it makes you think like, yo, what's going on here? What are you
Mm-hmm.
guys telling me? You guys were all pushing for legalization, or,
Mm.
having your own company, either if you're selling like the wraps, because I'm sure there was like Snoop Dogg blunt wraps at
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
some point, or the like that kind of weed, or I remember Diddy at one point tried to come out with his own weed. Jay-Z had his own weed. I guess it's just not
What
working
was
out
the
to the
Diddy
way they
brand?
thought.
The Teflon, how to get out in trouble brand is
How to
we're
sign a check.
The
we're
pay
gonna
for
That's
play.
what he learned. He learned that correctly in junior high school.
we're gonna touch on Diddy later, folks. But P, I remember us being younger. If anyone out there in our audience was fans of the Wayne Show, the father, you got to coordinate. You got to coordinate.
Coordinate.
We will
Pops.
always make fun of P because P was like the fly guy. So shout out to our brother Venny. I know Venny's listening. Me and Venny used to always make fun of Pedro. He used to be like coordinate, because he had the belt and the shoes. Everything had to match. Is that still your little thing, your little vice, Pedro, in terms of spending? Like, are you still like into clothing like that? Is there something else these days that you kind of keep a watchful eye on? Like, yo, I'm spending too much on this.
Yeah, I've always been a clothes, love shoes, love fashion. But that definitely has taken a back seat. And at the same
So
time
right
too,
now you're
listen,
not
back
wearing any pants. Is what you're telling us. You're
I'd stand
saving
up right
money.
now, man, but I don't want to get, I don't want to get canceled. You know what I'm saying? But
We'll have to switch to OnlyFans account.
yeah. I'll put the link. I'll put the link down in the description. Listen, yeah, no, listen, it's sacrifices, right? I mean, getting older, becoming an adult, you got to sacrifice. Those are selfish things that is for me that I enjoy, that I love, but I had to pivot. I had to pivot from, okay, do I want to continue to quote unquote look fly and not have any other goals like own a home, put my daughter in a good school, help her with her college and car and what she needs. It's just a pivot. Every now and again, I'll catch a sale, and that's me now. Now I'll catch like a
Sales,
quick
man.
sale. And but think about it too, right? It's also being social. Back then, we was always out. We was outside, bro. So it's like I had to,
Right.
you
You
know,
got to
I had to
show.
keep up. I had to no, and you got to keep up. Now I may step out one time a month. You know what I mean? Like I got stuff on the
And that's to
shelf,
get groceries.
and that's to go right. That's to go to Costco or something like that. So it's like I keep a lot of stuff on the shelf that I'm not even. I don't rock like that. So when I do wear it, it is like the first time, or it is something new. So I kind of get my, I guess my pleasure out of that.
So I had a
When
conversation with my boy Nell about that. It's funny though. We like if it would be a crazy fit, but every day we still on. You know what I'm saying? We don't even if we're just going to the supermarket. It's not no está tan apagado. It's not. We're not
mm,
off like where we're
no,
looking
no,
like,
no,
damn,
no,
this
no,
nigga,
no, no, no.
he looking crazy. What's going on right here? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like we still look like, damn.
Yeah.
Like we stand out. You know what I mean? So
But
it's there's a level to like looking bummy. This is
no,
what I'm
no,
trying to
and
say.
and and it's also and it's listen, and you learn how to dress, right? Because back then it was the name brand, right? You kind of focused on the name brand first, right? When you're young and you're in your 20s and you spend the money, you focus on name brand first. Whereas now it's
The
just
pieces
putting it together. There's a way to put it together. You could have a Target T-shirt, you know what I mean?
kill it and
But
kill it.
kill it with like a jacket that maybe is a little bit higher brand and as they say, ghetto fab, right? So you
Dude,
kind of mix it in.
you get that Coca-Cola Target shirt and you make sure the Nike stripe is the same color as the Coca-Cola,
That's
you
it.
good. That's
Come
it.
on, bro. Listen. And not to talk shit about my peoples out here in San Diego, but listen, it ain't New York. So what I say about that is you could definitely get away here with just like a t-shirt and some jeans and some clean sneaks, man, and you are killing it. In New York, I feel as though it's and LA,
That's why I'm saying you got to be
LA, New
on.
York, you got to be it's red carpet event every single time you go out. You don't want to
Yeah.
be bummy at all, at all.
Like yo, I'm going to the store. I still look
Yeah.
fresh.
Bro,
I'm
and
not.
I had to when I first moved out here, I'm fresh from New York. So that's how I'm moving around. And I notice I'm overdressed everywhere I go. I'm like everywhere I go to a bar. These cats are in flip-flops at a bar,
Yeah,
and
nah,
I
that's
got like
wild.
I got a full-blown, Tim's denim suit, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever. And then you just kind of taper off, man. You go, you know what, man? It is what it is. I don't got to be, showing and
But that,
proving every
that's
single
that's
time I
how
go
that's how we
outside.
shine out here, though, man. That's what New York is all about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
Well,
what
the
but
we
it's
thing
get
I,
that
stressful.
we get
But it's
that
stressful, Rams.
from the grow up, and that's even
Yeah,
without having bread. That's even without having bread. It was
yeah.
just pieces. Yo,
Pieces just
my brother has an ill T-shirt that can go with
right,
my sneakers. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But put it together and boom, and that was and then similar to what people have to do these days, man. You got to
Yeah, just
find your
put it
pieces.
together.
I mean,
Find
You
your
for
know,
us,
pieces.
with all the way everything costs are so high, everybody wants to still have name brand this or that. You can
I'm
still get
good.
your stuff, man. You can still get your stuff. Know how to do it. Shop
Hmm.
correctly now.
for us, it's definitely a cultural thing too. Because I'll tell you one thing. Like, let's say, for example, I was at my worst, man. I don't have a cut. I just grabbed the first T-shirt. Like, let's say, wifey's like, "Yo, the baby's running low on milk." I'll be like, "Damn, let me go to the market." Throw on some bullshit sweats, your beat up sneakers, T-shirt. You go quick. You go supermarket. You run into some dude you went into high school with. You know what that dude's gonna say? Yo, I saw Evil. That nigga look like
He's
shit,
down bad.
bro.
Yo, hurt.
Damn,
He's
yo, he look
hurting.
like shit. It's never like the mindset like, yo, it's so good to see this guy. I haven't seen this guy in 15, 20 years. It's
Hmm.
like, nah, yo, he look like shit. And
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way our culture was built, man.
Yeah, I mean, and again, he's saying that because he's seeing himself. He goes, "Ooh, I'm way better than him. Then I'm
Hell
leveling
yeah.
up.
Now he just compared himself.
I
So
just
then that's
compare
why
myself to him.
that's why even when we're off, we're still on.
We're
You know what I'm
still
saying?
on.
We're going
Correct."
to
Well,
the
that
bodega.
may be for you cats, but I have my off days.
Nah.
Yo,
Fuck out of here.
wifey's telling me all the time, yo, you can't dress, you can't
Dad.
match, you, you,
Nah, I can't.
cause she does it up, man. She even like she's a
Yeah,
nurse. Even when she wears scrubs, she got
yeah,
the sneakers that go with the scrubs and the right
yeah.
watch strap and everything. See, for me, I gotta be honest with you guys. When you're rolling out of bed and the baby's screaming, and then you're dropping your other daughter off at school, and then you go to your mom's house and you work, yo, dude, the first pair of sweats I see right there, that's the one I'm grabbing.
Yeah,
These sweats are green and this shirt is red. I don't give a fuck. I look
yeah.
like a Christmas tree. Fuck it. I'm gonna go
Hey
out.
man,
As long as I don't go out naked and get arrested,
That's the
I'm
that's the
good.
dad
dad look.
attire.
Right, right.
Because I don't
That is the
care.
dad attire.
But it's like you said, Pete. Like it's all about the other person. I'm at a level right now, of maturity, that I don't care. Like what I care about is getting my daughter to school safe, getting to work on time, making sure the baby looks fly every morning. The baby looks
Mhm,
fly. Daddy looks like
mhm.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's
As
what
it
it
should
comes
be.
to. That's a
As it
level
should
of
be.
exactly. There's a level of maturity that you get to that it's like, you know what? The more important things matter. It don't matter. I know myself. I'm confident with myself. It don't matter. So anybody listening to the podcast that you run into me in the street, yeah, I may have my days I need to shape up and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I may not be matching, but yo, it's all good.
But
It's all
listen,
good.
that level of thinking is freeing though, bro. That's
Oh, for sure.
freeing when you don't think about stuff like that and you know what you got going on and you know what you're doing in your household. Cause listen, you see a lot of families out there, everybody matched up with the J's and everyone's got the little babies got J's. The father, everyone's got the same J's, but they got nothing else, bro. It's just
Yeah,
that's
you
for
know what else?
everybody.
You know what else matches with them? The past due light bill and the past due
That's what I'm
car payment.
saying. That's what I'm saying. And if there's an emergency, they're the first ones calling friends and family, talking about yo, but yo, you got like $1,000 worth of shoes, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's all for the front. It's all for the front. So when you start changing your mentality and you start, just giving importance to the things that are actually important, like taking care of your family, taking care of your kids. You put yourself in the back burner willingly. Willingly, you put yourself in the back burner. Be like, I'm good. I'll have my time. It's peaks and valleys, bro. You're gonna be good.
But
You're
when
gonna,
are we getting paid? You feel me? This is the
well,
issue.
listen.
Wages are not going up. Where's the
No,
money? We're
no,
sending
no.
money everywhere. The
Everywhere.
United States wants to have their finger or their fist and their butthole in every other country. Send them money, right?
I
Hmm.
can
And
get your butthole in something. Don't things usually go in the butthole?
whatever they want to stick their buttholes in.
Their buttholes in.
Like,
Nah, man.
come on,
Wages,
man.
wages.
Where's our money? You know, companies
What?
are making money. Companies
Well,
are
see,
making money.
well,
They've
that's what.
adjusted. They've adjusted like in products in the supermarket. They've made things smaller and charge you more for
Yeah.
less now, right? So where's the money, man?
Well,
But guys, you could
here's
just
the
look at, but you could just look at stuff like, I'm sorry, real fast. You could see stuff like Black Friday, bro. If you're telling me that you could cut 70% off, then your margin, you're still making money. So you're just showing me with that 70% slice, you showing me that this is actually what you could sell it as for the whole year and still make a profit on.
It's OD profit,
Okay?
super profit.
well, you gotta
You
think like that TV. It probably took like fucking $6 to make that shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And on a regular basis, like you said, when you walk in there in May, they charge you like 1,500, and then all of a sudden the holiday season is $600. They're still making a killing. But the point I wanted to make off, kind of piggyback off Ramses, the irony about all this is, in terms of our government, spending money, sending money for wars, and helping other countries, and doing this and doing that. And they talk about, oh, the economy is doing great, and the Americans and the inflation rates going down and all that. Let me tell you who's nigger rich and bad at spending money: the U.S. government. Because all I hear, first of all, the amount of money they spend on the military is fucking ridiculous. The United States alone, by itself, spends more money on the military than all the countries in the world combined. That's ridiculous. And then when you see the news, what do you always see with the government? Oh, the federal deficit. Oh, the levels. Oh, we got the budget. Oh, all they're doing is fucking borrowing money with themselves. And then they want to tell middle class folks, oh, things are going to be fine. Vote for
Mhm.
me. It's okay. You guys can't even balance a checkbook. See, they skipped that class too, Ramses.
They
All the
did.
politicians,
Look
they
at
skipped that
Mayor
class.
Adams didn't. Mayor Adams didn't go there either because look at all the cuts he's making over here now.
I heard
Mm.
education in New York. All the New York listeners, he wants to make
Yo, it's
a
wild, man.
5% cut to education. The same guy who on his ticket was all about education. Oh, we got to
Education.
get the reading levels, everything up.
Yeah.
Soon as he gets
And
it off,
police is getting clipped too. We're not gonna have a new graduating class. We can't afford a new class to come in.
but it's okay. Crime's not high. Oh, yeah,
But look,
my bad.
they spit in our faces, man. Because I mean, you see the type of money they're giving Ukraine. You see the type of money Israel. All that stuff. Foreign countries, they're giving billions on top of billions on top of billions of dollars. I just read that they gave the Taliban like what 10 billion, something like that. Like they are currently paying the Taliban. So
That's
you
how they
know
keep them beards fresh, man. Fuck.
that's why. So, so when you look at that and you go, okay, hold up a second. So that money is there quick to give to foreign countries and foreign nations, but you can't go ahead and reinvest it in our infrastructure, in our schools, pension plans, whatever, raises, so
Livelihood, bro,
livelihood, so we
for
can,
people, your
so
constituents.
your constituents, so we can live a modest life here, man. I mean, ain't nobody trying to, of course,
But the thing is, they're
capitalism, right?
they're they're playing with monopoly money. That's what it is. That's why they don't
Well,
care.
yeah,
Like we
yeah.
can't do that. Ramses gave a great example. It's like, yo, I want these fucking kicks. These shits look dope. I'm gonna spend the 225. Oh, you know what? Damn, I could have used that 225 for the light bulb. Fuck it. I'll just take from this fund. Regular folks can't think like the government. You play with
Mm.
let's just print more money. Oh, fuck it. Let's raise inflation. Let the public deal with it. That's what it
And then
basically
now
is.
the value of the dollar has gone to shit.
It's a
And it
crap.
keeps getting lower.
That's what it is. The bottom line is they want to educate us and tell us about spending, and they don't know how to spend in the federal government. It's terrible. It
One
sucks.
and it trickles down, right? Because then it comes to us, and then it comes to emotional spending. Because we're down so bad that whenever you get a little win and you got a little extra, instead of you doing what you're supposed to do as far as putting it away or investing it, we're gonna throw it up.
And us as a country as a whole are just consumers. We don't
We
Yeah.
buy everything.
produce.
We don't produce nothing.
We
Right.
just buy, bring it,
No,
buy
no,
it,
we
buy
produce
it, buy it.
TikTok dances. We number one, I think. I think we
Speaking of
number one.
Yaso.
you both hit it on point right there with what I was going to bring up. Rams was talking about we just consume and buy from other countries, and Pedro mentioned TikTok. Did you guys see what happened in San Francisco? President Biden had China President Xi over.
G.
All of a sudden, there was no homeless on the street.
They cleaned it
Everything was
up
wiped
quick.
out. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we're suckers. We're buying everything from China. They're poisoning kids with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? That this work
And they don't allow TikTok in
in
China.
China. What does that tell you? That's almost like give a shout out to our last guest Felix. We used to go to anyone in the Queens community. Ramses knows this place. Me and Pedro been a couple of times, of course, at Haidin Chino in Junction.
Mm.
That was the spot back in the days. For all of you that don't know, it's a Chinese and Spanish fusion restaurant. So we would go and we will eat, we'll love it. And Felix one day made an observation, and he's like, you know what I noticed? This food we consider it banging and it's great, but I noticed when the workers take their break, they don't eat this shit. They're eating something completely different. And
Yeah.
that's how we should look at kind of like China. Like they don't poison their young minds with TikTok, but America, you
Mm-mm.
go ahead. Here, have fun with it. That's a red flag and something
That's
we
and it's always gonna be that way. Look at Russia. Russia doesn't allow certain American products to even be sold over there, like candies, like Skittles and
GMOs. They
why you
don't
think
make.
GMO
why you think
stuff.
Putin's walking around riding that horse without a shirt, boy? That's
It's
why he don't
it's
need no
actually
candy.
it's illegal in a lot of countries in Europe, bro, for them to sell the stuff that we consume here, that stuff
It's
that we eat.
wild. It's wild.
It's
but
illegal over there because of all the chemicals that we got here.
There's
but
there's
again,
seen a video of this some girl that she was like traveling in Europe, and she goes, "Oh, look at Fanta. It looked like orange, like how orange juice would look." right? And that's the Fanta soda,
Fanta
orange.
soda.
And they were like, "Oh," she was like, "Why it's not as orange as the other?" And then she did a side by side, and ours is just like neon orange, like super
Fucking
bright.
sugar and artificial coloring. That's it.
But
Yep,
bro, go to DR. Go to DR. The food in DR tastes a lot. Like when you go like to the campos and stuff, the food is way
amazing,
different. The food
amazing.
play it way better. The eggs, the yolk is orange. That thing
Right.
is you know what I'm saying?
Well, the
It's got
thing
all
with
the nutrients and all the
Yeah, but the thing with that, P, is that's actually organic. I
well,
mean,
that's
these
organic.
these these
Correct. Correct.
supermarkets, especially Whole Foods, they make a killing off organic. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
Unless you,
that's all just a stamp.
yeah,
just
unless
a
you
stamp.
come in right off from a farm itself, you don't know where these people are importing things from. They could slap the organic label on it. It's bullshit
Yeah. And there's
And then
certain
that goes into
qualifications.
cost, and then that
It
goes
goes
into the
in
cost of what we spend.
right.
for
I know.
sure.
Even with, I mean, with the meats, don't quote me on it, but you know, there's certain qualifications for it to be called organic. It could be eating corn until this date, and then be grass moving forward, and then it'll be qualified as grass fed.
Right. Like
But the
cage
damage
free.
has already been done with all the corn it's consumed,
That's
though. You
it.
know what I mean?
That's like cage free chicken. Cage free. They're only for it to be considered cage free is to give them. I think it's a foot of space outside of the location that they're in,
As long
like a
as
Ridiculous.
they have
foot
a
or
view,
two.
as long as they have a
That's it.
view
It's
of
cage free.
outside, you know, as long as they
He got to
have,
walk. He took 4
yeah.
steps.
If
As
that
long as
if
as
that
long as
bee
they can see outside,
if
yeah,
that bee could get through
Right.
one of the holes in the cage, that's fine.
Cage free. Cage free. He's
cage
outside.
free. So okay, guys. So I mean, we fall for the banana in the tailpipe, right? We continue to consume. And look, all this information because of social media, it is out there. We know this now, right? We're spewing these facts as we're speaking today. It's out there for people to consume the information. Still no change.
For sure.
Americans are still going to continue to do what they're doing because
Always.
it's
We're
the
gonna
instant
spend.
gratification. It's the instant gratification of whatever it is that you're consuming, and you just figure, you know, I'll just deal with this. It's not important right now.
You
I
know
got
what?
bigger things to think about.
A long time ago, well, not too long ago, maybe a few years ago, Jerry Seinfeld had said, when it comes to getting something, it's more in like the feeling that you get when you're about to purchase it or where you're able to purchase it, opposed to when you finally have it. Now you're just like, oh, I have it, and the thrill goes away. But the thought of getting it, and
Is
then
the
like
excitement?
anticipating
That's the excitement.
exactly that you're about to have it is that's where the real feeling is. That's where you feel
Ramses,
great. That's where you
I'm
feel hot.
I'm
You
pretty
know?
sure like you know, I'm a sneakerhead as well. Love sneakers and shoes and clothes and all that. I'll get in the hype. The hype of getting a
Right.
certain shoe is what gets me to get it because I'm in that frenzy. I get it, overpay, over retail, because say,
Everything.
yo, you know,
And then you finally
I
get it.
get it, and it's on the shelf, bro. Like it's like a drug. Like it's just that it was more exciting being in it to get it
Right.
rather than when I got it. Okay, I put it on. I'm like, all right. I don't even want, you know, it didn't even look as good as it
All
did
your
on
endorphins go like that.
the endorphins just take a dump, right?
Yeah.
And it's on the shelf, and I'm just like, I don't know when I'm gonna wear it. You know, it's like where am I, you know, so it's like, you know, the same thing with cars. I'm, you know, bigger car guy than me, love cars, and now I'm like, yo, after the 2 or 3 months of that payment, I'm like, yo, this is it's a chore now to pay this thing. Didn't I just pay it last month? Like now you're looking at that whip like it ain't as hot as it was when you were wanting to get it. Now you got it and you're like, this is a
Dude,
fucking expense that I don't
what's
even want to pay.
crazy about cars is like, if anybody out there making car payments, I know I'm making car payments, is, yo, when I look at it now, when you want to talk about inflation, the way economy has changed, growing up, my rent as a kid, I remember my parents
It's
paying
a
rent,
car payment.
is a fucking car payment now.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we going to be 20 years from now? That's the crazy
It's
thing.
crazy.
The median car payment right now for Americans is about $700.
That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
That's
not
rent back in the day.
that's
Yeah.
just the car.
That's
That's
just the
not
car.
Fuck the insurance, which you
that's
need,
not
which is
gas, that's not
mandatory.
insurance.
No.
They're all covered.
That's just a car. You
Mm-hmm.
want to level up and get you that Beamer or that, you know what I mean? Because the Honda ain't doing it for you. Well, are we talking 15? We're talking 1,200. We talking, there's astronomical amount of money that people are paying for cars nowadays that it's insane. And I push
Yeah.
back. I've completely pushed back. I'm like, I'll Uber it. I'll take a lift. Cause now it's like, it ain't like when we was kids that, El Antojo was driving around, right? Whipping it down
Right.
Junction, whipping it down Roosevelt. What we going? We going to the Strip. We going over here. We going over there. I'm going to Costco and to work, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So, that allure of having like the high-end vehicle to me, again, getting older and having a better understanding of what I really give a fuck about, I'm just like, I push back. I'm like, I'm not gonna, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, bro. It is what it is. If I'm gonna go out for the night, we gonna step out. We gonna order an Uber, man. This way we could both drink. We have a good time. Obviously, driving is my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So I can't risk that either for
For
a
sure.
DUI. It's game over for me if that happens. So, you know, again, we were talking in the beginning. It's just shifting your mindset when you get older of really what counts.
I mean, for sure, and that's basically the moral of the story here. The podcast here is holiday season's coming, folks. Like, just be smart, enjoy with your family. Forget about people talking shit and it don't matter because what really matters is the roof over your head, getting your bills paid, and maybe there'll come a day in time where you could ball out, but just do it wisely.
Absolutely.
Be smart. Kanye is known for being crazy, but the smartest thing he always said was, I have a problem with spending before I get it. And
Mm-hmm.
we got to stop that mentality. We got to stop of, oh, let me get this just to keep up with the times and say I got it. Nah, it ain't about that no more. It's about
No,
that's the leveling up, being smart, being financially frugal. And, guys, you can still enjoy the holiday season. You get that drink, you kick it with your lady. If your folks
absolutely.
are still around, you give your parents a hug, you view your kids, watch your kids grow up. That's the moral of the story here, kids.
And your
Uh,
kids are looking at you, and your kids are looking at you. You're gonna teach your kids when it comes to these dates. Yeah, kids go ham. Then they want the gift and they want to open it up. But listen, it's about the people you're with, it's about your family, the people that actually count. That's what it's about. Take it from me, a person that lived out here, 18 years without my immediate family. I haven't, spent holidays every year with my family. So when I do get the opportunity to spend that time with them, there's no price.
that's
It's
that's
that's
that's the real
exactly what it's
value at the
about.
end of the
That's
day.
the real value.
That's the
That's
real
the real value.
value. They say love has no price tag, and once you get older, you
No,
realize all that. And we're saying that as
absolutely.
fathers or whatnot.
Teach your kids that.
Exactly, man. And speaking of the holiday season, we shout out to one of our listeners out there who said, I was kind of waiting on a health update from you guys.
Mm,
You guys did the health episode, so here you are. I've been definitely watching what I eat. I've cut down slightly on my weight. I went to a doctor's appointment.
mm,
Dentist is still kind of a thing because health insurance in this country complicated as fuck, especially with dental. I'm gonna get that done though. So when I did the episode, the health update, I was 218. Happy to
Where you
say
at?
I'm 213 now.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
Pete, where we're at, man. Oh, by the
man.
way, full disclosure, I have not worked out, and that's been with sprinkling a little cheating here and there. But that just shows you, man. You make small little cutbacks and adjustments. You
Hmm.
slowly start to go down. You start to get healthier. I've
Well,
been
it's all in the
sleeping
Absolutely.
diet,
more.
right? It's all in the diet and how you eat.
It's all
That's
how you
it.
eat, man. It's all how you eat.
You
And I
can't
think it was
outwork a bad diet. You
word
can't
up.
outwork a bad diet.
Word up, man. So I get it. I get it once in a while from wifey. Oh, but you still cheat. And I'm like, you know what?
No,
I said it in the cast. I'm gonna fuck up from time to time, but it's a matter of consistently doing the right thing. So
it's a marathon. It's a
we
marathon. It
yes,
ain't a
I get
sprint.
it, man. And I know I can't race these days, but we're 5 pounds down. P, how you doing?
Man, listen. I'm dealing with somebody upstairs right now that is working against me at every turn. My mother's still out here with me, guys. Listen, man. I put a
You
good
got
foot forward.
Thanksgiving's
I
coming,
put that
papi.
good foot forward. Listen, I went a week, man. I went a week. I felt great. I was like, okay. And then here comes the mashed potatoes. Here comes the totone with the cheese and the salami. Here comes
Opa.
the. So I'm pretty sure I went down 3, but I'm up 6 probably. So,
That math, something about that math. And we're gonna
so
That sounds like
it's
the Knicks record right now, you know?
oh man, listen, it's
We
rough,
with it.
guys. Listen, the universe is working against me, man. And look, it's something that I want to do. It's something that it is something like it's in my head. I have to do it, right? Um, I guess that's the win in itself. That it's still there. I'm like, yo, I need to. Okay, cool. Once I'm done with Thanksgiving's on Thursday, bet have that good plate. I'll go ahead and go ham, and then after that, I'll get back to the strict diet.
oh,
But
disclaimer,
that's where I'm at,
I will fuck up this week for damn sure.
as you
Full
should,
disclaimer.
as you
Bro.
should.
Um Ramses, shout out to all the Dominicans out there. We had the series with Licey and Las Aguilas and City Field, for all those who
Amazing.
aren't familiar. But yeah, Ramses, because of that series, I know a gentleman that attended the games. I
Mm.
don't think your weight update has been good because somebody was a little saucy last time I checked.
Crazy amount of intoxication that happened during that. Actually, that was the highest sale of alcohol
Alcohol.
in ever in that I think in City Field.
Shocking.
1.5 million in
And it
3 days.
wasn't packed. It wasn't a full
It
house
wasn't.
either.
It wasn't. The
Only in
first
the
night was
bellies.
slow. First night was slow. Because everybody had to get out of work. And shout out to Licey. Shout out to the Aguilas. Just to let you guys know, this is Aguilas Town, New York. All right. So they were home. There was black and yellow everywhere. That the blue and white was, but what was present was the consumption of alcohol.
Yeah.
Yo, the black label ran out night one. All right, black label ran out at the bar that was at. Bar was understaffed. All right, they were getting killed. People just kept coming, ordering. So I had my Tito's. Shout out to the bartender that day, man. He helped me down, and wow. And
So how how
day
did
two. Now that was just day one. Day two was when I ended up leaving you guys a voice note that was
yeah,
Drizzy
he went
Drake
full
over here.
Kanye. He went
that
full
was
Kanye in the voice
wild.
note.
It was
You
crazy.
know, that was that
How
was
did
like,
how did that weekend and everything else has impacted you in terms of your health watch?
nah, man, I was gone, bro. You crazy? There was no idea. You crazy? We was eating chicken fingers and French fries. We were at the ballpark. You wildin', man.
Yeah.
There's nothing, man. We was just
Indulgence
grasa
out of 10. Yo, yeah, indulgence out of 10. There was no
all out. We're
pulling
going all out,
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
But the reason why I update the audience because we keep it real, man. We're
No, we keep it
unapologetic
real,
about
man. It is
everything. I from the looks of things, man, I was gonna be ashamed to talk about it in front of my brothers, but they fucking up more than me. So
yeah. No,
pat on
listen.
the back to myself.
Hey, listen, this is life as well. We understand to everybody listening. This is like I said, this is a
We
marathon.
real.
Life does happen too, man. Shit gets in the way. And you may have you're gonna have your dip, you're gonna have your peaks and valleys, and it's all about those staying committed and staying the course.
Yeah, but
And that's what I tell
again,
myself.
we gotta stay consistent for sure.
Stay
Like we
consistent for
said,
sure.
we're gonna have your moments you f up, but
Yeah, yeah,
take it
yeah.
from us. We still have the goal in mind. Like Pete said,
No
it's a
doubt.
marathon, not a race, and
No
we're gonna
doubt.
get
No
back on
doubt.
track. So now it's a segment that a lot of people like in the show. It's why we were away. So we're gonna just to let the audience know we're gonna do a little twist. Moving forward, we're gonna have a little kind of like a 60-second where we let one of our guests kind of rant and say what they're unapologetic about. And this week it's funny because the three of us wanted to talk about the same topic, so there won't be any individual rant here. But the three of us are going to talk about the situation, of course, with Diddy, Puffy, Sean Combs, whatever the fuck you want to call him these days. I
Brother
call him
love.
Teflon Don now because this guy's always getting out of it,
Uh-uh,
and
uh-uh.
I won't stop.
On the
So,
phone with Diddy.
Ram, why don't you kick it, man? What are your thoughts about the Diddy situation?
All I gotta say is this dude, man. I'm still standing. So for him to, after everything that happened, for him to have somebody like, yo, stand here, hold the phone. I'm gonna walk out the room singing this. What a fu to everybody,
Yeah,
right? I got mad money. I
yeah.
did mad shit to you, and you shut the fuck up because I signed that check to you. And she was complaining about that, everything that happened. I wasn't really, too present in what was going on. I heard he made her shave her head. He raped her. And then she was trying to get 30 mil out, and he signed the check, and now everything is quiet. Media silenced. You
Crickets.
know,
Yeah.
nothing. You don't hear anything anymore. I guess she's happy with what she got paid out in, and that's it. Close case. We're not going after this guy no more. And now he's coming out singing Elton John at the top of his lungs, living life like he's an untouchable. Right? That's fucked up, bro. That's just
Whatever
fucked
happened
up.
to the days of like, yo, you want to be super quiet when you're facing allegations of rape and abuse, and you do manage to quote unquote get away with it, right? Whatever happens to them days where you just reclusive and
Like you wanted
we
to
don't
go
see
away.
you, and we don't
Right.
see you for a while. Now
PR
this
tell you,
cat's
yo, chill, yo.
so he's being P Diddy, he's being Puff Daddy, all up in the videos, right after right right
Come to
after you
death
cut a
row.
check, right after you cut a check for some of the worst allegations a man can face. I also look at this as like a black eye. I also look at it honestly, bro, a little bit, and I'm unapologetic about this right here, man. It's kind of a black eye on women, man, on victims. How quick you kind of fold over the money. I understand that people like Diddy, you got to hit them where it hurts, which is in their pocketbook. But man, at least kind of, I don't know. I guess for me, it was like make him suffer a little bit more. Like keep his name out there for another month or
Keep
so.
scaring them.
Keep scaring him. Let more stuff come out. You know what I mean? So this way, okay, you went through all that, which is horrific, but let his suffering be being judged by the public,
But
and
that's not
then
how
get
it
into the
works in
bread.
a capitalist society, right? Because lo que
But
tienen
then
los cuartos hacen lo que le da la maldita gana.
but here comes the black eye. It's like to everybody else, to every other woman out there that face something like that. Now they're being looked at as, oh, well, where's the trauma? If it was that quick for you to say, okay, I guess you weren't traumatized as much as you said you were.
You
Because
just
as
want
soon
money.
as he came with the check, like you said, everything was quiet. So it's a bad look. I look at it as a bad look on both ends. Diddy, listen, he's been talked about in this way since the 90s that he's been doing some goofy stuff out there, man. Check out 50 Cent, man. Look him up. He's been talking crazy about Diddy for a long time, with a host of other people out there that Diddy's been able to kind of suppress their voices. So, but for her, there's a huge question mark that comes with it. Like, man, like, okay, so you fold just like that? I mean, I get the bread, I get it. It's life changing, I'm sure.
I mean,
But
a couple of things definitely to touch on. Definitely in terms of you know, there's a lot of real victims out there in terms of women, especially with men with power. I mean, that's the thing basically that sparked me too. You
the
know what I'm
Me
saying?
Too,
Like
yeah,
there was a lot of powerful men taking advantage of women, and it's like you said, in order for him to really feel it, you gotta let his name kind of drag out there in the mud a bit. But in all fairness, we don't know kind of the legal aspect of this. We don't know if she signed some type of waiver that she couldn't talk or whatever, or have
Non-disclosure.
yeah, some
NDA,
type
yeah.
of disclosure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
With
so
this
we don't
lawsuit,
know
hold on, what you talking about with this one right now that she just
with
signed?
this
I'm sure.
situation. Yeah, we
I'm
No,
we
no
sure.
doubt. No. This
Yeah.
one, no doubt about it, has an NDA. But I'm
yeah,
saying when you decided to come out, and put yourself out there, you already put yourself out there.
for
Okay,
sure.
so you already willingly put yourself out there. So why not capitalize on it?
Well,
Not on the bread side, but at least you're being talked about
because you feel
already
like shit.
because you feel like crap and you feel like, yo, this dude has to pay. Well, then leave it out there because it had to be that Diddy's camp came full force, right? Full force. Yo, we want to, we want to settle now. Now, what do you want?
Yeah,
She's got the leverage. The money ain't gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
If you got the
exactly.
leverage, you could go, still thinking about it. We'll
I
come
mean,
back
for
in 2
me,
weeks.
this is my way of thinking about things, and maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's the way society had just built me. But when I was reading about the situation when it first popped off, the first thing I read was that she threatened to release a book, and she told him, "Give me 30 million, or I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
release all the details." To me,
Mm-hmm.
right away, and it's wrong. Again, for real victims, not to say that she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she went through or didn't go through, but for me, automatically the red flag was like, "Oh, you're extorting her." Like right off the bat. It wasn't like, okay, you did me wrong, you hurt me emotionally, physically, all these ways that I'll probably never get over. It'll take years of therapy just to feel some sense of normal. Just come right off the bat. Not, don't try to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna write a book if you don't give me money. To me, that's already like a bad look. Like if you really want
Mm-hmm.
to make this man pay for what he did to you, my personal opinion, just get at him right away. Don't be like in the background, like, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys said it. You know, people like him, you hit him where it hurts in the pocketbook. But for me, if you really want to make a point, you really want to make a stand, that's how you do it. But that's just my
And
opinion.
what do they always say? I just don't want him to do it to anybody else. I
Yeah.
don't want
So why don't
anybody
you
else
share
to.
some of that money
That's
with
what I'm.
anybody else?
So basically, what happened here is the parting gift he probably gave you when you guys broke up. The little like, yo, here you go, set you, set you up nice, blah blah blah. Ran out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
that's the way I see it. When you fold this quick, guys, it's a money grab. So then, okay, it must have ran out. Then you come back, what, 5 years after, and be
Be like,
like,
I got a
oh,
kid now.
you get what I'm saying? The husband must have been this. This is all it had to be. You know what I mean? Like it had to be. Again, not to say that she wasn't. I'm pretty sure she was. But don't use your trauma as a cash app.
mm-hmm.
Is
So
my point.
isn't that like just the easy way now to get at people,
Come
right?
on, and you start doing it enough. It's like the boy crying wolf. It's gonna come to a point where no one's gonna look at you and believe you. That's why I'm saying it's a black eye, man. Like it don't. It left a bad taste where we should have all been like poor Cassie and yo, that's fucked up. We're kind of. I mean, I'm looking at her a little sideways, a little like but
And,
you were
Like,
and
was
still
it
that
your real
complicit.
intention to hurt him and to expose him,
Okay,
or now?
and that's
well
that's the
now you set up.
that's the big issue overall. Is like there's so many women out there that are victims, and now because of a situation like
They
this,
won't be
it's
heard.
you just want to payday, and that's what's fucked up. Women have overcome so much over the years to get past
Mm-hmm.
shit like this for her to grab that money right away. You know what I'm saying? And on
Absolutely.
the Puffy, Diddy, Sean, whatever, I'm not even calling him any of those names anymore. For us, our generation growing up, 80s, 90s, we remember the legendary mobster John Gotti had the nickname Teflon Don because no matter what trouble he got in the law, my man always found a way to
Skates.
get the fuck out of trouble. That
Mm-hmm.
is Diddy's new nickname. So from now on, when you hear Bad Boy, it's Teflon Don because my man he's been accused in the Tupac murder. He's been known for stiffing artists on payments. Now you got this rape allegations, physical abuse allegations. This man when this
Robbing
man
people
robbing
from
people like
their publishing.
always he
Horrific,
always finds a way out of trouble.
horrific contracts. Like contracts that you're like today would be probably illegal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like own you forever type shit. Where's
And he's the
everybody
one
that was
making
at
all
Bad
the
Boy?
money off of Biggie still.
He's still
Anything
making
that Biggie's name, picture, likeness, anything Biggie related, Diddy gets it.
right.
Not
Right.
his
So
Teflon
mom or
Diddy.
his kids. Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Teflon Diddy.
Yeah,
Teflon
man.
Diddy, man.
So we're
Hey.
gonna close out with Teflon Diddy. Everybody, holiday season is in gear. Much love to everybody and their families.
Yes,
Thanksgiving
yes.
coming up this week. Everyone listening to the cast. Yo, man, you got like 2 extra days off work, man. Listen to our podcast, god damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Give it
For
a
real.
shot.
Give
Give
us
us
a
a
shot.
shot.
Hey, give us a
Give us a
shot.
shot. You got nothing to lose. We'll be back
Nothing
in
to
another two
lose.
weeks,
Nigga,
of
what are you gonna
course.
do?
What you gonna do, huh?
You got
What are
nothing
you
to
gonna
lose,
do?
folks.
You got
So
nothing to do. Do this.
we out, folks. The Queens boys in the building. Shout out to our team. Hopefully they fucking do something this all
Let's do
season.
something, man. Come on.
Shout out New York sports. Shout out. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy
Take
Thanksgiving,
care.
folks. Enjoy that
Free
All
turkey.
right.
Palestine.
Peace.